It looks like the market has given South Africa the benefit of the doubt. Even after Thursday, one looked on the screens and expected 14 rands to the dollar, and that never arrived. The Standard & Poor's decision came, and one looked again at the screen to see if 14 to the dollar will arrive, and it never arrived. And in it suggests that part of this information was already in the price, and markets expected such an outcome. But also, because South Africa and its institutions remain intact, the National Treasury remains a world-class institution despite all the changes at the helm, that has given investors an outlook around the country to say, well, let's listen to the new minister. Let's see where we're going. I think Moody's has contributed positively to this outcome, who has come out and say, well, we'll give it 30 days to 90 days. Let's have a see where this thing is going. Given that this so-called crisis that is happening is self-induced, we were well on our way for the opposite outcome as a country. That still remains. Commodity prices are strong. That helps the rand. We're still finding that there's flows in emerging market countries. There's data that shows that South African bonds are the most traded in the European market as we speak. With all those, they contribute to a rand that is not selling off precipitously. In addition, we're also finding that the Federal Reserve has committed itself now to not increase interest rates in a steep way. And that helps. It helps emerging market countries as the dollar weakens, which has been all these cocktail of events that assisted the South African currency since the decisions.
Okay, now these two things, the reshuffle and the downgrade, didn't send the rand to plummet as people had expected. Tell us about the performance of the rand now and this surprising firmness.
Although it hasn't depreciated precipitously, it has grossly underperformed its emerging market peers. And that tells us that there are strong forces that are international that are favoring emerging market at this point in time. The rand and its depreciation, it's unique relative to its peers. Therein expresses that this crisis that we're in, or these issues that are happening in our country, are actually quite inward and self-made. And in it, investors are giving us the benefit of the doubt so that we can clean our act and come up with clearer detail, especially around where fiscal policy is going.
Now the question is, how long do you think it's going to take for the country to recover from this downgrade, get out of the junk status and be an investment grade that can appease the investors internationally? Just the time frame, according to your opinion.
How long will it take for South Africa to come out of the junk status? All depends on how we respond to this matter. The study we have performed in looking at emerging market countries and how they fare after a downgrade all rests on the responsiveness of authorities, particularly around fiscal policy. On average, it takes about 6 years, and if we don't become agile, like we've seen in South Korea in 1998, it took them 12 months. We could prove to take a longer time. Hungary is the latest country. Last year came out 6 years later. It looks increasingly that will become a Hungary.
The ANC